Hello, NCPA family. This is Miss Tuck from second grade going over lesson plan for the week of 4/13/2020. Our EL standards will be RF 2.3F, SL 2.6, L2 1F, L2 6.2, and RL 2.2. This week's focus words is the sound of with the spelling of ER, IR, and UR. The words of the week is E with ER, IR, or UR are father, over, under, heard, water, verb, paper, cracker, offer, cover, germ, and master. We also want to review or identify what is an adjective. An adjective is described as a noun or a pronoun which tells what kind, how many, or which one. What kind could be an example of showing happy or brave. How many is more or two, the words more or two. And which one can be a word with this or that. Monday, you would begin Reader's Notebook pages 82 to 83. Read the blended books, book 125 and 126, and I would read to you the Read to the Children Decoder Reader, Mustangs. Review ER, IR, UR words, father, over, and under, and write them 5 times each. Now, Tuesday, Reader Notebook, page 84 through 87. If you have access to the internet, go to YouTube and watch the video or book story, Penguin Chick. Review ER, IR, UR words, heard, water, and verb, and write them 5 times each as well. Wednesday, Reader Notebook 88 through 92. You can have an option to sign into iExcel. Review ER, IR, UR words, paper, cracker, and offer. And I ask that you write those 5 times each. Thursday, Reader Notebook page 93 through 95. It is optional to sign into iExcel for additional work. Then review ER, IR, UR words, tore, and forget, and students write words 5 times each. And now on Friday, you have Reader Notebook page 96. For additional work, you can go to the iExcel or Measuring Up Live. Review all of your spelling words at the end of the week. I'm going to go ahead and read the blended books so that you would be able to know what's going on. The one blended book is book 125, Mr. Fern's Big Day. Now the blended books also are controlled, controlled with ER. Mr. Fern's Big Day. Mr. Bunny and Miss Hen planned a big day for Mr. Fern. They wanted Mr. Fern to be surprised on his big day. Mr. Bunny and Miss Hen made a big poster with flowers around its border. I think Mr. Fern will like this, said Miss Hen. Mr. Bunny and Miss Hen went to the grocer to get stuff for the party. They got sandwiches and cakes. Then they got cider from the cooler. I like cider, said Mr. Bunny. Perhaps we should get this big jug. No, said Miss Hen. This smaller jug of cider is cheaper. At home, Miss Hen put the sandwiches in the toaster. The sandwiches started to get too crispy. Then Mr. Bunny dropped Mr. Fern's cake. "This is a disaster," cried Mrs. Hen. All of a sudden, Mr. Fern walked in. He saw the big poster with the border of flowers. "I'm sorry your party is such a disaster," said Miss Hen. "No, it isn't," said Mr. Fern. "Having friends is what matters." So Mr. Fern and his friends had a great time anyway. The end. Now, book 126, Amber and Her Corn, also is focused on R controlled ER. So it still have the word sounding. Amber is a farmer. She has a big barn filled to the top with corn. "This huge pile keeps getting higher and higher, Amber. Higher and higher," she said. "What can I do with all this corn soon?" She had a good plan. "Corn helps chicks grow stronger," she said. "Perhaps I will get lots of chicks." Amber's chicks were good eaters. The chicks ate lots and lots of corn. But then they ate Amber's garden. The chicks munched on Amber's sperms. The chicks were loud. "It's too loud," Amber called to them. But the chicks just got louder and louder. Now, there was way too many chicks. "What can I do?" Amber asked herself. "I know what I would do," said Amber. She called her farmer friends. They were happy to get free chicks. Now Amber's plow of corn is shorter, but there is still a lot left. Maybe cats and dogs like corn too, Amber asked herself. The end. Now at the back, you may not know, at the back of each story there's a list of words. On the list of words, they are high frequency words that has been taught throughout the school year. Decoding words that is on the back. These are R-controlled words. You can go through the story and read through and look for the IR, ER, or IR, ER, or UR words and underline them. Down here it shows previous words that we have may used, and then the high frequency words is at the bottom. This is found in each blended book that we send out to you. So you may want to go ahead and go over these words so that you would be able to keep these and refresh your memory so as you go on to the third grade. Those words does help you memorize words easily and become a better reader. Now, in this book is our Journeys Unit 5. This is also a decoder reader that may have some words with the IR, UR, ER, or some of our high frequency words, vocabulary, and content. I'm going to read the story Mustang by Misha Gadish. This is a herd of Mustangs. This herd is running hard. Each horse can move fast. The herd thunders across the land. Mustangs are wild animals. Some Mustangs roam in herds on open land in the West. Mustangs can be quite wild. They leap and kick. Each Mustang is quick and strong. Mustangs act up more than most other kind of horses. Wild Mustangs first roamed open plain a long, long time ago. Spanish explorers had tamed horses when they came to our land. Some Spanish horses escaped and became wild. Those horses became the first wild Mustang. Trained Mustangs make fine riding horses. Mustangs run fast and are quite strong. Ranch hands ride Mustangs on the job. These horses help keep track of other animals on the ranch. This herd has stopped by a river. These horses drink lots of water. Horses need to drink, just like people. Mustangs travel in hot sun. On hot days, there is nothing like cool drinks. In the Old West, ranchers rode Mustangs. Ranchers led large herds of animals on long trips. Some Mustangs led the herd, other Mustangs stayed on each side of the herd. Other Mustangs traveled behind the herd. Mustangs would work hard on long trips. Along the way, an animal might try to run away. Men on Mustangs went after that animal. Those men on Mustangs made it get back with the rest of the herds. Nothing got past those fast Mustangs. In time past, Mustangs helped with work. Today, Mustangs still help. People on ranches and farms ride these tame horses across the land. Other Mustangs are still wild. These horses run free in herds. Tame or wild, there is nothing quite like a Mustang. The end. After going over the books and doing the blended work, after going over the books, the reader's notebook, at the end, you will be able to write and recognize all words with ER, IR, and UR. Identify main ideals and details with cause and effect. Read and review high frequency words in the back of your blended book. The new blended words that you will come across is across, behind, house, how, move, nothing, one, out, took, voice. Vocabulary words in context is webbed, waterproof, stir, whistle, otherwise, junior, slippery, final. At the end, you would be able to say, I can read words that are not spelled the way they sound. I can use complete sentences to make myself clear. I can make and modify simple and compound sentences. I can use words that I learned in school. There is always going to be a plan B in our ELA. If you do not have access or not able to do all of the reader notebook, there is a plan B, which is in your packet. Lesson 21. There's a paper of Lesson 21. You also can do this for additional assignments. Lesson 21, there is some spelling words that I just went over. Some of the target vocabulary, final, otherwise, slippery, and web. You're going to read a short story. And on that second page, page 203, you're going to answer questions. You're also going to read a story, Joe and Trig and the Baby Turtles by Karen Bitchcliffe. You're going to read the passage, go over the vocabulary words where you may find. For an example, the word final is a vocabulary word, and you're going to put that on there. You're going to read, and then also you're going to be able to read the other passage from the pages 204 through 209, and then you may have to stop, think, and write the cause and effect in the story. Now you can do it this lesson, also with the lesson with the reader notebook, or you could just do this lesson if you need some help. Now we're going to go discuss, and at the end of the lesson 21, you're going to be able to say, I can look closely at a way a story is developed. Now as we begin to look for our math standard is our math standard is 2.NB7 and 2.NBTB9. The objections is I can add and subtract within 100 using many strategies. I can explain my thinking in a variety of ways, and I can explain why my strategies for solving addition and subtraction problems work. Monday, lesson 6.1, page 391. You will go over You'll go over 391. On Tuesday, you'll do lesson 6.2, pages 397 through 402. Wednesdays, we'll do lesson 6.3, pages 403 through 408. Thursdays, you'll do lesson 6.4, pages 409 and 403. On Friday, you'll do lesson 6.5 from pages 415 to 420. Just want to go over some of the vocabulary words that you may find in this chapter 6. And some of the target things that we would do. You may find the word difference. Addends, columns, digits, hundreds, is, equal to, regroup, and sum. On page 391, I want to give you an example. It says, draw to represent 3 digits additions. How do you draw quick pictures to show adding 3-digit numbers? On the bottom it says, read this problem to children. Manuel reads 45 pages in the book. Then he reads 31 more pages. How many pages did Manuel read? How many children draw a quick picture to solve the problem? So the first part is 45. How many 10s and how many 1s would be in 45? So for 10 and 1, we would write down. That would be 4 10s, 5 1s. 31, it would be 3 10s, 1 1. Now if we want to add that together, you can add. How many 10s do we have on the paper? I don't know if you can see it. How many 10s? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 10s equals 70. How many 1s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 equals 6. So it would be a total of 76 pages. Now as we turn the page to our share on page 392, I can't see that correctly. Okay, there's a glare. It says 300. We have 300s. 1, 2, 3. How many 10s is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s. And how many 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1s, so it totals 375. Now we're going to draw a quick picture and write how many hundreds, 10s, and 1s in all. Add there's the key word, we're going to add 125 and 344. So in our first example, it shows 125. You have 100, 2 tens, 5 ones. 345, we would have 3 hundreds, 4 tens, and 4 ones. That would equal 469 and 69. I'm sorry. As you add that up. Number 2. I don't know if you can see that correctly. But number 2, it says add 307 and 251. So we have 3 hundreds. O is 0, and then 7 ones. Number 2, the second line, we have 2 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones and 5 tens and 1 1. We add those up together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ones. Now I'm going to let you do those on your own. The next page, you can go ahead and do it on your own. If you have any questions, I will be available in my Zoom room Monday through Thursday from 1 p.m. to 3 if you have any questions. Now on our science, your objection, I can tell that changes in energy causes changes in short and long-term weather. There will be pages 149 through 153 to do Monday through Friday. And in social studies standards to be 2.7, I can explain the things people do can change the physical environment in positive and negative ways. There's pages 115 through 119 that is available. You will be able to do those Monday through Friday as well. Please complete at the end of each week the worksheets. Students also can sign into iExcel for additional work, math, science, ELA, and social studies. If you go onto your ELA or Measuring Up Live, I provided you with those IDs last week in your packet. If you go into those things, I would be able to see exactly where you're having problems and if you master those skills. If you have any problems or would like to just contact me to say hello, I'm doing fine, I'm well. Again, you could reach me in my Zoom room. My Zoom hours is 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday. I would greatly appreciate to hear from each and every one of you guys. I want to let you know that I really miss each and every one of my students. You are a very special child that I've come in contact with. Please be safe, stay safe, and enjoy your time with your family. Until we meet again, have a good day.